News for the dudes by the dudes. Welcome to Dude News. It's the show where you can get the latest updates on games happening in the Dudes and Dice Davao Discord. I'm Miguel, the co-newspaper dude for today. And no, you don't have a choice.
And I'm Zaunn, the other newspaper dude, here to give you a special word to our sponsors. Yep, you guessed it, the Dudes and Dice Davao calendar for 2021. Look at this magnificent piece of work. This bad boy can help you determine the date just like any other calendar. Hand drawn by different artists from all over the globe, where you can see different kinds of designs of minotaurs or cows, whatever you prefer. Celebrate the year of the ox. So what are you waiting for? Grab one copy and you too can be cool like us. Seriously though, buy one. There's a link in the description below. And now to my partner for the highlights of KniCon.
Thank you, handsome man. So, taking a look back at KniCon, we have a few highlighted games. We got to see another bloodthirsty play by Keeper Set on her Call of Cthulhu run. Fun fact, she killed my character on my birthday. Next, we have GM John, who was able to give us a look at the Jedi Knights with his run on the Star Wars RPG. Hey Zon, what type of dice do they use in that game? I bet they use D4s! Next, we had GMJ bringing down the Warhammer with his Age of Sigmar Soulbound game. Really would love to play some more Warhammer. Wink wink, GMJ. Next, we had GM Nigel running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th edition Vampire the Masquerade RPG. Next, we have GN Mars, true to their name, ran the Lancer RPG. Let me tell you, that run was out of this world. Not just because it was a sci-fi run. Hey Zon?
Yep.
Troika! Didn't know what that meant before. But now I do after GM Jacob did a stellar job at running Troika the RPG game. Boy, it really was a swell day last Sunday during KniCon. Wish I brought my camera. I get it because it sounds like KniCon. Never mind.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Back to you, Zon.
Speaking of KniCon, let's talk to Nico, the reason why KniCon came to be. What can you tell us about MGMN's first ever event?
Hello there. Well, KniCon was the brainchild of Dudes and Dice Davao and MGMN. It's our first event, but we didn't do it alone. It was all about games beyond D&D, which is a bit of my personal shtick. I guess why it was as to why it was called KniCon. It was a compromise between having my name on it and not having my name on it. So I decided, pick the best of both worlds. My name is phonetically in it, but there's also knights. It made it about knights. Hence, we have Jedi Knights, Age of Sigmar Soulbound. But really, this event wouldn't have been possible without the GMs and the merchants who attended. I'd like to thank Jay, Seth, Denmom, of course, Mars, Ches, John, Jacob, and Nigel, all for attending the event and making it possible. It wouldn't have been possible without our GMs at all. And of course, I'd like to thank our merchants who made the event really feel alive. Julie of Daisuki, Chris Don, who made art, Lemon, who also made art, really talented folks, and of course, Hey Meepling, who had a special discount offer during the event. Came together and made these things possible.
Awesome! Thanks for that quick chat, Nico. Love is in the air. Wait, are those arrows? Alright, before I get hit by one and do a wisdom save, I will be giving the updates of the games happening on ArcherCon this coming February 12th, 13th, and 14th. At February 12th, we will be having 3 games. Homebrew game by DM Marbs titled Top Secret Operation. I'm so tired of these two, my god. Phoebe. A play-by-post game. And another Adventurous League game by DM Set, which is titled In Good Company. It is a Tier 1 game. And also, we have another game by DM Jano titled A Scroll Thief. It's another Tier 1 game. On the 13th, we will be having a game by DM Corgi, which is called Rats of Waterdeep. It is a Tier 1 game. We also have GM Sed's Hunt for Cutterjack on the 13th as well. On the 14th, Tainted Love by Den Mother and Heart and Soul, a Tier 2 game by Den Dad. Did I mention we have many more games? We have the Devil King High School, a tier 1 game by Mr. Bear. And what? Another module? Wait, stop. And of course, we saved the best for last. Mr. Archer himself will be running his very own homebrew quest set in Neverwinter. Welcome, Archer, to our first ever highlights in the Dude News. I was told that you were responsible for our ArcherCon event. Mind telling us what inspired you to be the resident Archer of St. Valentine's Day?
It all started when I was 10 years old. I was brought by my parents to this food establishment, and it was it was Valentine's Day that evening, and I really loved the ambience of the place. Growing up, I loved the concept of Valentine's Day, romance movies. I think you'll be able to understand what I meant by a lot of the games that I run. I love the concept of romance stories, love scenes, and after that, when I started my career as dungeon master, especially here at Dudes and Dice, I realized that if I'd like to keep calling myself Archer, similar to that of an actual Fate Grand Order character, I should think of something that I should add to my self-given title. Because in the game, there's such thing as insert servant class and then anything that describes them. I came upon the character James Moriarty, known as the Archer of Shinjuku, and then I realized if I'm gonna keep calling myself Archer, I gotta have to add something to the Archer name. And then I remembered, yeah, I'm into romance-related things, and Valentine's Day is a very obvious example of that. So I decided, right, and since my birthday is actually close to the said holiday, I think it's good that I call myself the Archer of Valentine's Day. That's how it started.
Wow, how romantic. By the way, care to tell us what went down in your ArcherCon homebrew? Who joined and what was the quest all about?
So, Neverwinter had this Valentine's Day sort of event known as the Festival of Candlelight. So you can imagine a lot of streets with romantic scenes, couples holding hands, exchanging gifts. It's supposed to be a happy time of the year with so many candlelit dinners, celebrations, and the like. Now, Neverwinter's House Valentine, which is really a family that is composed of my very first AL character and his relatives, since they're a noble family, they decided to hold the annual celebration of the Festival of Candlelight in the form of a formal ball known as the Candlelight Soiree. Now, during that time period, a lot of nobles in Neverwinter had this negative opinion towards adventurers. It didn't help that Lord Guillaume Valentine, current head of the family, had this, let's see here, he was known as the curse of his family for dabbling in dark magic, so it didn't really help the situation. Now, Guillaume, trying to change the opinions of his fellow nobles, decided to invite adventurers and have them mingle with the nobility of Neverwinter. I see that there's nothing to worry about. And there were 3 players, so I did enjoy how they socialized with the. For example, I had this stepmother and stepdaughter pair join the candlelight soiree. That things weren't going well between them, and I love how the party managed to patch them up together, as well as this arguing noble couple. So I tried, for as much as I can, I tried to capture what makes Valentine's Day Valentine's Day. It doesn't always have to be about romantic feeling. Sometimes it's about family. Let's say, for example, in the mother-daughter pair that I showed in the homebrew. I'm actually happy with the way that the game flowed.
Thanks, Archer. Now that will be all from me. And now back to the regular programming. I'm hit! I gotta roll a wisdom save. And not one? Are you serious?
Oh my gosh, Zaunn! Anyway, let's move on to the games we had in the past week. Back on the February 4th, we had Maddening Screams, a Tier 3 game that was played by Post. On February 5th, we had Rumors of Riches, Challenger's Descent, Tier 1 game, and Once in Waterdeep, all Season 9 games. On February 6th, we had Maladomini Unleashed, and Underworld Speculation, Tier 1 game, and The Marionette, Tier 1 game. Gee, I wish I had more Tier 1s. But there's an abundance, because right at February 7th, we have Pieces of You, and the next day, February 8th, we had Swamp of Death, and also a homebrew campaign, The Madhouse of Tasha's Kiss. Sounds like a lot of clowns. February 9th, we had the ArcherCon homebrew, and The Death Beneath the Roots, a Tier 1 Season 9 game. February 10th, we had Uneasy Lies the Head, and Blue Scales, a Tier 2 game. And on February 11th, we had the Who Pulls the Strings Tier 2 game for Season 9. Back to you, Zaunn.
Anyways, I'm back. Looking for games or groups to play with? Dudes and Dice offers games daily at Dudes and Dice Discord. Just ask for an invite link to the server and you're all set to join the Horde.
Please like us on Facebook at Dudes and Dice Davao Tabletop RPG. You can also join our public Facebook group, Dudes and Dice Davao.
That's it for the Dude News today. Tune in next for the next newspaper throw for Dude News.
Hey, Zaunn, can I get your autograph?
Right, now I'm famous. Time to go sign some autographs.
I love it, Zaunn. Hell yeah!